Hi, I'm Simone Outeridge and welcome to week 2 of the challenge. This week we are looking at language, conscious language to be exact. Have you ever listened to the words that you use? Don't worry, most people haven't. Most people are actually unaware of the types of words that they use and the power that they hold. So most of the words that we use and the phrases that we have and the language that we have comes from our parents or from people, significant people around us growing up. So friends and family and anyone else that was taking care of us as we were learning to develop our language. And although language accounts for only 7% of the communication, when you take into account body language and all the rest of it, the words that we use have such power to them. So hopefully you've already watched the video that accompanies this week, which is Dr. Emoto's video. I love how his surname sounds like emotion. But Dr. Emoto's video, and what he did was an experiment on water where he wrote down words and he said prayers and said differing words to two sets of water. So one set was all about negative, awful feeling words such as hate and anger and that type of thing. And then the other set of words were love, gratitude, saying beautiful prayers to the water. And what he discovered was the formation of the water changed with the negative, hurtful, hateful words versus the positive, loving, uplifting words. So that's a really interesting video to watch, and it gives you an understanding of just how these words have power to even change water and the structure of water. So all the words that we use have an energy and a vibration to them. Everything is vibration, in fact. We are vibration, the table is a vibration, your car is a vibration, your pets are a vibration. So everything around us has a vibration to it. So the language that we use has a vibration to it. So if you think about a simple phrase such as have to versus get to. So if we look at that and we think and we say to ourselves, which we often do, things like I have to get out of bed, or I have to hang out the washing, or I have to do this work, or I have to go for a run. The feeling within that is very heavy and it stops us. And it just makes us feel blah, doesn't it? Versus if you change that one word have to get, it absolutely changes the whole energy and the whole vibration of what you are wanting to do. So I get to go for a run, I get to hang the washing out, I get to get up in the morning. Now I know sometimes we don't feel like doing those things, but if we are talking to ourselves and using language like I have to go for a run, I have to hang the washing out, even when we don't want to, if we just change that one little word to get to, I get to go for a run and I get to hang the washing out, it fills our body with a different energy and a different vibration, and it makes it much more easy to accomplish those tasks. Because when we're talking to ourselves and saying things like, I have to do that work, what then happens is that we want to avoid it, because as human beings we do whatever we can to avoid pain. And so by using these heavy words that keep us stuck, then what happens is we end up procrastinating and nothing gets done, or it takes us a lot longer to do a task that would have been simple had we have just changed that one little word from have to get. So with your own phrasing, have a think about where your phrasing has come from and what have you taken on as your own. As I said before, the phrasing and the words we use mostly come from our parents and the people who are close around us. So what phrases have you taken on from them? I know a few years ago, before I became aware of conscious languaging, that my nan, who was an integral part of my life, used to use the phrase a lot, knowing my luck. So knowing my luck, I'll get hit by a car, something like that. Knowing my luck, this Tats Lotto ticket I just bought will never win. And so what that does is put you in a frame of mind of expecting something bad to happen. And I realized once I started to learn about conscious languaging was that I had taken on that phrase as well. And I used to use knowing my luck. And so setting myself up for something bad. And as we know, we get what we focus on. So speaking of that, some other phrases I want you to think about and feel into. Do you say things like, I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be alone? You know, do you focus on the things that you don't want? Is that something that comes out of your mouth a lot? You know, your brain can't process double negatives. That's why when we say to our kids, don't jump on the couch, all their brain hears is jump on the couch. So when we say to ourselves, I don't want to be fat, all our brain hears is be fat. So instead, focus on the things that you want to have in your life. So I want to be fit, I want to be healthy, I want to be wealthy. So speak in a way of the things that you want to have, because that's what your brain will start to search for. So think about the words and the phrases that you use and what holds you back. Are they true for you? Are they really true? Are they even your words or phrases, or are they phrases and words that you've taken on from someone else? If they're not true for you, what else could be possible? And the way to know if they're true for you or not is when you say them, does your body feel heavy or does your body feel light? So this week is all about practice. In the opportunity book, I've given you a list of words and phrases that we commonly say that hold us back, keep us stuck, make us feel heavy. And then words and phrases that are an alternative to those. Have a look through that list and choose 4 or 5 that you can identify with, that you might say yourself, and then write out the alternative way. So the way that is going to move you forward, the conscious language way of saying these words and phrases, and practice those through the week. So pick yourself up when you have caught yourself saying something like, I have to go to the dentist. Pick yourself up, even if you said it, go back and say, I get to go to the dentist, because like anything, practice makes perfect. So the other thing is to write down your new conscious language and phrases on post-it notes and pop it all around your house and everywhere that you look often, just to again drill that into your brain and remind yourself, oh, that's right, I am now becoming a conscious language user, because that will then propel you forward. Now, if you identify with some other phrases as well that you say that aren't on the list, by all means, please write those down and create your own conscious way of using that language and using those phrases. And remember, the conscious language means it's moving you forward, it's putting you into a state of lightness, and test it out. If it makes you feel light, then that's conscious languaging. So have fun this week. Don't worry about being weird or strange, because this really is, conscious language is the key to what the 1% of the world making a huge difference and creating an amazing life is doing with themselves. So have fun this week, and happy conscious languaging.